Time now for the Mule Train News on this Thursday, September the 22nd, 2022, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Mr. Juan L. Soto, also known as John, 77 of Meadow, formerly of Muleshoe, passed away peacefully into the arms of Jesus on Friday, September the 16th in San Angelo. A visitation will be held this Friday, September the 23rd, from 5 until 8 in the evening at the Grace Funeral Care Lubbock Chapel, located at 6604 Interstate 27. A service celebrating his life will begin at 11 a.m. Saturday morning, September the 24th, at the First Baptist Church in Meadow, Texas. He'll be laid to rest in the Meadow Cemetery. Juan was born December the 6th, 1944 in Del Rio, Texas, to the late Juan Soto Sr. and Caterina El Soto. Juan, also known as John, married the love of his life, Jesusa S. Soto, on May the 24th, 1964, and to this matrimony was born 4 biological children, Christina, Laura, Abigail, and Joel. Soto, as nicknamed by his wife, was a hard-working man and a strong believer and servant of Christ along with his wife. He traveled many cities throughout Texas and abroad preaching and teaching the gospel. He simply was the hands and feet of Jesus reflected in the earth after his life was changed and he received the Lord as Savior. Juan entered the ministry starting with evangelism in the early 80s and shortly after began his pastoral ministry as the pastor of Templo Calvario here in Muleshoe. He lived in Muleshoe from 1964 to 2003 and pastored that church from 1981 to 1987. He remained faithful to his ministry for 7 years before returning to the mission field, evangelizing. Pastor Soto was then called into pastoral ministry again and served in Denver City from 2000 to 2003, and then moved to Meadow, where he and his family officially settled and resided until his passing. Juan loved to sing praise and worship, enjoyed family time, and was a friend to everyone, thus never meeting a stranger. He also loved his pet duck and dogs. He loved to travel to different cities. His dedication to the Lord continued as he read and studied the Scriptures, prayed for others, and played his bajo sexto as worship. Pastor Soto not only worked as a pastor, but his love for building and creating things with his hands afforded him the opportunity to work as a carpenter building houses. Juan Soto was preceded in death by his parents, Juan Soto Sr. and Caterina Soto, his loving wife of 57 years, Jesus Soto, a daughter, Abigail Rivas, a son, Joel John Soto, a grandson, Joel Keith Soto, one granddaughter, and 2 great-granddaughters. Those left to cherish his memories are children Christina Soto Chacon and her husband Juan Carlos, Laura Zavala and her husband Robert, and a special adopted granddaughter, Amanda Vega Martin, and her husband Gregory. He also leaves to cherish his memory 14 grandchildren and 19 great-grandchildren, his pet duck Aflac, and a host of other relatives, friends, and ministry cohorts. And repeating, Juan Soto, 77, of Meadow, formerly of Muleshoe, passed away on Friday, September the 16th in San Angelo. A visitation will be held tomorrow on Friday, September 23rd, from 5 until 8 in the evening at Grace Funeral Care Chapel in Lubbock, located at 6604 Interstate 27. A service celebrating his life will begin at 11 a.m. Saturday morning, September the 24th, at the First Baptist Church in Meadow, Texas. He will be laid to rest in the Meadow Cemetery. Please keep the family of Juan L. Soto on your prayer list today. Mario A. Pops Costilla, 61 of Muleshoe, died on Wednesday, September the 21st, here in Muleshoe. He was born November the 12th, 1960, in Muleshoe to Yosordio and Amelia Costilla. He married Irma Daniel in Muleshoe on April the 25th, 2002. There will be a visitation that will be this evening, Thursday, September the 22nd, from all day long until 8 p.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Rosary service will be this evening at 6 p.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. And then memorial service will be Friday, September 23rd, tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Mercado officiating. Burial will follow in the Bailey County Cemetery. Mario loved catching his kids and grandkids in all of coaching all of his kids and grandkids in all of their sports. He was a diehard Dallas Cowboys fan. He was a member of the Chicanos Unidos Campesinos and served as the secretary-treasurer. Mario was also a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church and was preceded in death by his parents. He is survived by his wife, Irma, his son, Michael Daniel Garcia, and his wife, Jasmine, of Bethlehem, Georgia. 2 daughters, Sheila Marie Garcia of Muleshoe and Roxanne Jenkins, also of Muleshoe. 5 sisters, Anita, Tina, Margarita, Louisa, and Alice. 4 brothers, Isidro Jr., Marcus, Joe, and Gilbert. 8 grandchildren also survive him: Desiree, Jasmine, Austin, Amory, Serenity, Evan, Leon, and Noel. And repeating funeral service for Mario A. Pops Castillo, 61, of Muleshoe, will be on Friday, September the 23rd at 2 in the afternoon at the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church here in Muleshoe, with Father Mercado officiating, and burial will follow in the Bailey County Cemetery. There will be a rosary this evening, Thursday, September the 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Ellis Funeral Home Chapel. Please keep the family of Mario Castillo in your prayer list today. Clay Andrew Ferris of DeKalb, Texas, passed away on Monday, September the 12th here in Muleshoe. He was 52 years of age. Clay was born April the 17th, 1970 in Houston to Guy and Ann Ferris. He was a farmer and harvester. He was a member of the First United Methodist Church in DeKalb. He was preceded in death by his father, Guy W. Ferris. He is survived by his mother, Ann Ferris of DeKalb, 1 son, Jackson Ferris, also of DeKalb, and 2 daughters, Anna Ferris and Zoe Ferris, both of DeKalb as well. 1 brother and sister-in-law, Clint Otto and Dawn Ferris of Elkhart, Texas, and numerous other relatives and friends. Memorial services were held last weekend on September the 17th at the First United Methodist Church in DeKalb, with the Reverend Amanda Stratton officiating, and a private family burial followed. Please keep the family of Clay Andrew Ferris on your prayer list today. 52 years of age, of DeKalb. He died on Monday, September the 12th here in Muleshoe. Please keep the Ferris family on your prayer list today. Well, thanks for your understanding as I was gone most of last week. Went up to the Santa Fe area to enjoy some time with my brother Grayson, saw some concerts, and did a lot of hiking in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains and the Pecos Wilderness. Really nice week. Beautiful weather up there. Also really nice weather going on right here as we enter fall in the Muleshoe area, South Plains and Panhandle regions. Hopefully we'll get some more rain before it's all over with, but we'll see. We'll have the weather forecast brought to you by K&K Pharmacy here in just a few moments. But I drove right back into town just in time to make it to Tulia last Friday night, where you can see that football game in all of its entirety on the front page of our website right now, MuleshoeTV.com, as the Mules beat the Tulia Hornets at Youngerfield in Tulia, 35-22. That score is a little bit fooling, as the Mules were well ahead by halftime and played lots of their backup, second string, and third string players in the second half of the game. Tolia scored a couple touchdowns there toward the end of the fourth quarter to get the score a little bit closer. But the Mules are looking good headed into the midway point of the 2022 season. They are now 3-1 on the season, and Tolia drops down to 2-2. Some of the stats from last Friday night: the Mules and Tolia were just about even on the number of plays run on the night. 59 for the Mules, 62 for Tolia. The Mules had 379 total yards. The Hornets had 297. The Mules 117 passing yards, 262 rushing yards. The Hornets had 190 in the air and 107 on the ground. The Mules had 17 first downs. The Hornets had 13. The third down efficiency for the Mules, 3 out of 9. And fourth down efficiency, 2 of 5 for Muleshoe. The Mules had 3 turnovers, and they were interceptions thrown, and had 3 penalties for 15 yards. Curvin, number 7, was 11 of 18 passing for 117 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And then Martins, number 5, who played the whole second half, had 2 interceptions. In rushing yards, number 21, Signs, had 18 attempts for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. His longest run was for 44 yards. And Curvin, number 7, the quarterback, had 7 attempts for 121 yards, 1 touchdown, and his long was 64 yards. Uriel Vasquez, number 24, had 1 attempt for 4 yards. And that is it in the rushing category for the Mules from last Friday night. In receiving, Irvin Torres, number 1, had 5 catches for 31 yards. Quezada, number 11, had 1 catch for 26 yards. Cisneros, number 3, had 2 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown. Tate Shipman, number 33, had 3 receptions for 16 yards. Signs, number 21, had 1 reception for 14 yards. And Martinez, number 81, had 1 reception for 5 yards. In tackles, McMullen, number 0, had 4 tackles, 7 assists, and 4 tackles for loss. Lopez, number 44, had 4 tackles, 3 assists, and 1 sack. Clifton, number 20, had 2 tackles and 4 assists. Davian, number 54, had 2 tackles and 1 assist. Reyes, number 78, big guy, had 2 tackles and 6 assists. Dyke had 8. Dyke, number 8, had 1 tackle for 3 assists. Herrera had 1 tackle and 1 assist. KB Herrera, number 13, had 1 tackle and 1 assist. Cortez, 1 tackle and 1 assist. And Hinojosa had 1 assist. And the Mules are really playing good on both sides of the ball. But, boy, I've enjoyed watching them play defense this year, as they've really had some good defensive games this season so far. They had a rough outing when they started the season against Littlefield, but boy, they put it together since and are now at 3-1 on the season. We will be live streaming this coming Friday night, September the 23rd, beginning around 6:50, kickoff at 7 p.m. at Benny Douglas Football Stadium for the Mules' big game versus Abernathy. Of course, this is a non-district game still. We have one more after this before we enter district. Our live stream is brought to you by Barrett Produce, Leal's Tortilla Factory, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Shipman's Autoplex and Body Shop, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Independent School District, Mohawk Auto Parts, WTG Fuels, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Edward Jones and Stephen Dement, High Tech Automotive, Irrigation Pumps and Power, McCormick Seeds, and Farm Bureau, Bailey County Farm Bureau, and Scott Miller all bring you that live stream. Again, it will start around 6:50 p.m. tomorrow evening for the Mules versus Abernathy varsity football game. Again, we said it is non-district still action. One more game next week versus Brownfield, which will be at home as well. Will be non-district, and then we will start district action the week after that at Bushland. There will be a pregame meal. Everyone come and eat with the MHS class of 2023 before the Muleshoe versus Abernathy game. Friday, September 23rd, beginning at 4:30 p.m. until 6 p.m. It will be a meal catered by River Smiths of fish, chicken, coleslaw, beans, potato salad, desserts, and drinks at the MHS Commons area at $16 per plate. And again, it's sponsored by the MHS class of 2023. Come eat with the MHS class of 2023 River Smiths before the Muleshoe versus Abernathy game Friday, September 23rd at the MHS Cafeteria Commons area, 4:30 until 6, and it will be fish, chicken, coleslaw, beans, potato salad, desserts, and drinks for $16. Well, the Abernathy Antelopes are coming into this fifth game of the season at 3-1, just like the Mules on the 2022 season. They're from 4-3A Division II, and they lost their first game just like Muleshoe did to Childress 16-14. Then since then they beat Slayton 48-8, Denver City 28-12, and last week they beat Post big time 50-8. So the Abernathy Antelopes, will be on a roll and ready to play. So come out and cheer on the Muleshoe Mules at 7 p.m. kickoff time. But if you can't make it out, you can join our live stream. Of course, it will be on all our social media platforms. Gil Lamb, Channel 6 Muleshoe, both on Facebook, our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe, our YouTube channel, Gil Lamb Advertising, or on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. As we mentioned, the Mules are 3-1 on the season. They're from District 2, 3A Division 1. Looking at all our district opponents from this past week, Bushland beat Borger 51-13. They're now 4-0 on the 2022 season. The Mules, of course, as we mentioned, beat Tolia 37-20, are now 3-1. Shallowater lost to Midland Greenwood 43-28, which makes them 3-1 on the season. Then Dalhart lost to Friona 49-26 last week. They're 1-2 on the season. River Road lost to Panhandle 34-7, which puts them at 1-3 on the 2022 season. And the Mules, again, are at 3-1 coming into this fifth game, the midway point of the regular season versus Abernathy. Well, it is time now for the weather forecast brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. And they're located right here in Muleshoe. They're your hometown home-owned pharmacy at 1411 West American Boulevard. They can deliver to your door right here in the Muleshoe area, or you can come in the store or use their very convenient drive-through right on the west side of the building at 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-7511. Christine Isaacson, the pharmacist, or any of her very helpful employees. Do you suffer from fall allergies? Talk to their pharmacist or any of their employees to learn about over-the-counter options for treating fall allergy symptoms available now at K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe. And don't forget, flu season is approaching us, and it's time to get your flu vaccination right now. It's your best way to avoid getting sick. Don't delay. Get your flu vaccine today. Come in to 1411 West American Boulevard, or you can call and make an appointment at 806-272-7511. Of course, COVID vaccines are available now as well at K&K Pharmacy, your local hometown home-owned pharmacy located right here in Muleshoe, again at 1411 West American Boulevard. And you can come in the store. You can use their convenient drive-through on the west side of the building, or they can deliver to your home right here in the Muleshoe area. Well, looking at our weather, rain totals so far through today, in the Muleshoe Mesonet station, we have 8 inches and 23 100ths total for 2022. So we're way behind our our 20-year average, which is right around 17 inches of rain. The Earth Mesonet station has 8 inches and 86 100ths so far on the year. The Amherst weather station has 13 inches and 3 100ths. The Olton Mesonet station has 10 inches and 45 100ths. Hart has 6 inches and 37 100ths. Dimmitt 9 inches and 68 100ths. Friona, they're one of the very few that's even worse off than us, as they are at 7 inches and 62 100ths. And Morton, similarly, south of us, is at 7 inches and 37 100ths. So keep rain on your prayer list and keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get some more rain to help out with this season before the fall is done with. Of course, today is the first day of fall here, and it has been a very nice weather lately, as our highs haven't been getting too far out of the low 90s. Been nice and cool in the evenings and overnight, and that trend continues as we'll have some cold fronts that move through, and we'll get even chillier going forward. But sunny today on Thursday, high near 87 degrees, northwest winds around 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southeast in the afternoon hours. Mostly clear tonight, low around 59, south-southeast winds around 10 miles per hour again tonight. For football Friday here in the South Plains Panhandle region, sunny, high for Muleshoe should be around 90 degrees. South-southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour during the morning hours. Mostly clear Friday night, low around 60. South-southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, so it should be a beautiful football evening for the Muleshoe versus Abernathy game that kicks off at 7 p.m. at Benny Douglas Football Stadium. Saturday, sunny, high near 92 degrees, southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, mostly clear Saturday night, low around 59, southwest winds becoming 5 to 10 miles per hour, and then later on it will move out of the east-northeast after midnight as one of those fronts moves through. So a little bit cooler on Sunday, sunny, high near 86 degrees, east winds 10 to 20 miles per hour, mostly clear. Sunday night, low around 53. Monday, even cooler during the day, sunny, high near 84 degrees. East winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon hours. Monday night, mostly clear, low around 56. Sunny on Tuesday, high near 85. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 54. Sunny on Wednesday, high near 85. So as we move into next week, a little bit cooler temps, and they'll stick around the mid-80s through next Wednesday. It will be warmer until Sunday, though. We'll have a high around 90 on Friday and 92 on Saturday. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. We'll be back with more Mule Train news in just a few moments. This edition brought to you by Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Try the new Sun Salad on the menu here at the original Leal's in Muleshoe with crisp romaine mixed with fresh corn, red onion, red bell peppers, feta cheese, and grilled chicken, along with a wonderful sun dressing. The new Sun Salad available on the menu now at Leal's Mexican Restaurant, the original, right here in Muleshoe, Texas. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated. Muleshoe, for you, your family, for your community, and for your country. Vaccinations available now through the Muleshoe Area Medical Center clinics. You can call to get an appointment today, 806-272-4524. They also remind you that they have the great swing bed program available at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. You can continue your recovery close to home. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, the Swing Bed program at Muleshoe Area Medical Center can help. Call the Swing Bed coordinator at 806-272-4524 or go to their website, muleshoehospital.com/recovery for more information. Well, in with our football stuff earlier in the Mule Train, forgot to mention, of course, Watson Junior High football teams will be in action tonight, this Thursday, September 22nd, along with JV football. JV will be in action at Abernathy. Beginning kickoff time is 6 p.m. Then the Watson Junior High will take on Abernathy right here in Muleshoe at Benny Douglas Football Stadium. Kickoff for the 7th grade game will be at 5 p.m. Then the 8th grade game will follow at 6:15 p.m. So go out and support the Watson Junior High and JV football teams today as they take on the Abernathy Antelopes. Also, Watson Junior High will have a pep rally this afternoon at 2:50 p.m. at the Watson Junior High School gymnasium. There will be a pep rally tomorrow on Friday for the Varsity Mules, and it will be at 11:05 a.m. at the Muleshoe High School gymnasium. We've done lots of stuff up at school since we talked to you last on the Mule Train, so make sure and go and look at all of it on the front page. Watch it at MuleshoeTV.com. We did on Monday last week, Chad Curry, training chief and paramedic with the University Medical Center EMS program. He spoke to Watson Junior High School about drugs and vaping last Monday at the Carrie Moore Auditorium in Muleshoe. He spoke with the high school in the morning, junior high in the afternoon, and with parents that evening. And the only one we could make was that junior high program, but see that in its entirety on the front page of our website. Later on that Monday last week, we did a live stream, of course, of the Muleshoe City Council meeting, the regular meeting for September, and it's available to watch on the front page of our website as well, MuleshoeTV.com. Of course, the Mules' big win over Tulia from Friday night, and the First Baptist, their Sunday live stream, and then this week on Tuesday, we went up to the high school as it was announced that Muleshoe High School was named a U.S. Department of Education Blue Ribbon School, a big, big award, and we were so happy to go and film that Tuesday morning at the Carrie Moore Auditorium as they celebrated and talked in detail more about this U.S. Department of Education Blue Ribbon School Award that Muleshoe was named to for 2022. And the superintendent, R.L. Richards, the principal, Cindy Basir, along many other administrators and teachers spoke. Former teachers had video messages for the students, and Casey Morris with Jody Arrington's office, U.S. Rep. Jody Arrington, was there to present something to the high school, along with the Muleshoe mayor. Colt Ellis spoke, amongst many, many others, but you can see that 30-minute or so program on the front page of our website now, as MHS was named a Blue Ribbon recipient for 2022 by the U.S. Department of Education, and there are not many schools that get recognized in this manner across the whole state, much less nation. So watch that full thing on our website, MuleshoeTV.com. It's available also on our Gil Lamb or Channel 6 Muleshoe Facebook pages, our Twitter feed, or our YouTube channel, Gil Lamb Advertising.
A first for Muleshoe is the Sports Cartel Bar and Grill is now open at 2015 West American Boulevard, ready to serve you great food, drinks, and sports action from all over the world on their 25 high-definition flat-screen TVs. Come in today and hang out in their fun atmosphere and order your favorite drink and something to eat off their big menu, which includes build-your-own burgers, wings, steak fingers, mini chicken tacos, tons of appetizers, and much, much more. They're open every day at SC Bar and Grill, Sunday through Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., Fridays, 11 a.m. till midnight, and Saturdays, 11 a.m. until 1 a.m., although the grill does close every day at 9 p.m. The brand new SC Bar and Grill open now, right here in Muleshoe at 2015 West American Boulevard. You got to come in, see it today.
Well, on your prayer list today, remember Cyrus Dell and Cleta Robertson, Pee Wee Estrada. Remember Vincent and Linda Erdman have recently moved from Muleshoe. Dora Scott, Ruby Green. Keep Mom, Megan Reynolds, always on your prayer list today. Sue Basir and Travis Basir. Pat King, Janice Snell, Terry Byers, Gabby Stone, Tina Castillo, Julie Cage, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Marjorie Morgan, Ed and Carol Cox, Kearney Scoggin, Larry Combs, Dorothy Wire, Sue Basir, Pat King, Tom and Linda Watson, Judy Griswold and family, Melba King, Olivia Barrera, John Blackwell, Tyrone Clements, Cliff Black. Keep the family of Mario Castillo on your prayer list today. The family of Clay Ferris. The family of Juan Soto Jr. The family of Vernie Schaefer. The family of Dell Gallman. Along with the family of Wayne Bristow. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Mule Train News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Mule Train news programs, along with all our older archived ones, free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Mule Train news link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Steve never forgets his second grade. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
When Steve Dunbar of Dayton was in the second grade, the teacher had some unusual punishments. When he didn't finish a test on time, he got popped with a paddle.
I sat there in tears trying to do it because I knew I wasn't going to finish it and I was going to end up getting pops. That was a terrifying experience. I kept it quiet and never talked about it for many, many years until after I started teaching. Then I finally started opening up about it. And, of course, I deserved to get punished. Me and a friend, we were in line in the hallway. She's taking us down there to go to the bathroom. She said, "I'll be right back. Y'all stand in line." He and I started horseplaying. And I agree on punishment, for messing up, but not the way she would do it. That friend and I were playing. Well, he slipped and fell down in a sitting position on that floor and started crying. Of course, it's echoing in the hallways because it's quiet in that school back then. She comes out, wanting to know what's going on. We fessed up. She took us back to the room, and then she called the both of us up to the front of the class, reaching in the desk drawer, said, "You better be glad I don't have time to do the full thing, but I do have enough time to do this." And she put baby bibs around our neck, gave us a pacifier in a bottle, which at that time we didn't have to sit there and act like we were sucking on it or drinking on it. And then she had us walk up and down the rows while she belittled us, talking, calling us little babies, different things. Embarrassing us, of course everybody's laughing, but what she would do is she had the time, she would pin a cloth diaper on you with the baby bib and all in the bottle and pacifier, make you suck on it, drink on it as you're walking up and down that aisle in front of your classmates. And so that was embarrassing right there. And for the longest, I didn't like to be in crowds. I didn't like to go anywhere. I felt like everybody was watching me, laughing at me, pointing out at me. Ironically, it took going to work at a funeral home for me to open up and start talking in front of crowds.
Steve Dunbar of Dayton teaches in the same building where he attended second grade, but he never goes into his second grade classroom. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.